Do you know how to effectively pick the best vocal performances from your recordings in Ableton Live 11? In this video, I'll show you how to comp vocals like a pro. That way, you can record as many takes as you want, then combine your favorite parts later to assemble that perfect vocal performance. Hey, how are you? I'm Thales, pop music producer, and since I'm not a professional singer, recording vocals for me is a challenge, and I sometimes have to record multiple takes just to capture the performance I'm aiming for. So I'm glad that Ableton Live now has a comping feature in which I can just loop any section of my song and sing it over and over again non-stop until I feel like I got what I needed. Then I'll select the best phrases, sometimes even single words from certain takes, and create crossfades to connect everything seamlessly. So the first step, recording, right? I've already done a video on recording vocals in Ableton Live, which will be in the cards for you. So what you're looking at right now is a song that I recorded yesterday, and these are all the takes for each section of the song. It's a lot, I know. I like to have many takes to choose from. What I'm looking for is not perfect pitch or even timing actually. I just want the takes with the right feel, articulation, and the attitude that matches the lyrics. Tuning and timing can be fixed later, but the emotion has to be there from the beginning. So here's how to visualize your take lanes. Right click on the track that you used to record and select Show Take Lanes. By the way, you can't have automation mode turned on, or else this option for take lanes won't be available. I've seen many people with this problem, so just disable automation mode for now. What I like to do is turning on looping, then clicking the speaker button on each lane and listen to all of them one by one, taking mental notes of my favorite takes. You can listen to your whole verse or chorus section, especially if your vocal track was recorded by a good vocalist. But I listen to each phrase individually before moving on to the next one, unless I'm working with a great singer. Once you find a section that you like, highlight it and press enter. That would move the highlighted section to the main lane, which is what we're keeping. You can also use the draw mode by hitting B or clicking this pencil icon to select the takes you want to move directly to the main lane. This is actually way faster once you get used to it. There's also a secret swapping trick where you select the section you want to audition, then you hold Command on a Mac or Control on a PC, then you use your keyboard's up and down arrows to quickly swap takes. Notice how the takes are getting sent to the main lane as I'm pressing the arrow keys. Now it's really important that you create crossfades between the different takes you chose to avoid clicks. To speed up this process, I like to select the area of the crossfade, press Z to zoom in, then move the fade handles to an area with the least amount of waveforms to create smooth transitions in areas of silence or low noise. Then press X to zoom out and continue the selection of takes. Another thing that I like to do is to copy the main lane to another track every now and then just to keep some kind of backup of the takes I've chosen. Because I've made this mistake before where I've misclicked with the pencil tool, ended up selecting the wrong takes, then they replaced the ones I had chosen, and I only noticed later, so I had to go back and listen to the takes again and redo the whole section of the song. So now I always keep backups. This tip is also useful for creating the natural doubling effect. Just move your takes to different tracks to create as many vocal doubles as you want. If you do that though, remember to select the clips and turn the warp mode off. For some reason, when I move these clips to another track and warp mode is on, I start hearing artifacts. Another thing I got into the habit of doing is turning on some kind of auto-tune and volume leveling or compression so that these takes sound closer to what they will sound like after I process them, closer to the final product. This time I'm actually using Isotope Nectar to adjust the tuning and even out the output levels. Then when I'm done, I'll just delete the auto-tune effect and tune it manually with Melodyne, which is my favorite tool for pitch correction since it allows me to be more precise. I noticed I've been getting better takes since I started doing this auto-tune trick. It's not mandatory, it's entirely up to you whether to use it or not, but to me it's helpful. Before, I was getting rid of good takes with the right emotion just because my ears rejected the tuning being off, which shouldn't be a problem since it's kind of easy to correct. And the compressor or leveling also helps because we're biased to like the louder takes better. We love loudness, right? So if I record the perfect take but I wasn't as close to the microphone as another take that sounds worse but it's louder, there's a chance I will mistakenly think the louder take was the best take. The compressor stops me from doing that. I don't care about the compressor settings. Later I'll delete it from the chain, and when it's time for mixing I'll compress it differently. It's worth mentioning that you can comp any recording, not just vocals, and even MIDI recordings. Hey, can you subscribe to the channel and turn the notifications on if you'd like to learn more and get better at music production? That way we can keep in touch. Also, since you're comping vocals, you may want to watch these videos on how to create cool vocal effects. I'll put them on your screen in a second. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Thales and we'll talk soon.